As a young man of self-improvement, having good habits in your life is very, very powerful thing, because if you are doing one habit, one very simple good habit very consistently throughout, for example, 1 year or 2 years, you have so much good results in your life. And actually, this is the very common problem for young men of self-improvement, that they want to have good habits in their lives that will improve their life, improve maybe their skills in their lives, or maybe get them closer to achieving their goals. But the common problem for those guys is called inconsistencies, that they somehow cannot keep themselves consistent with doing those habits. And if you have the similar problems that you cannot keep yourself consistent with the habits that you want to implement and do daily in your life, then this video is created for you, so watch it till the end. And if you do not know me, my name is Ilya, and I help young men on self-improvement accelerate their progress, cut all unnecessary things from their lives, and achieve their goals faster. So actually, it is completely not rocket science to keep yourself consistent with the good habits that you want to implement in your life. It is not so complicated to do them every day, and there is a very, very simple thing that you need to remember every day when you want to implement any habit, completely any habit that you want in your life. And this thing is called clarity. The only thing that you need to have in your life is to simply know everything about the habits that you want to do daily in your life. For example, let's say that I want to start meditating every day, to meditate daily, right? And it looks like from tomorrow's day, I start meditating daily. But it happens that I don't have some kind of like plan or action steps that I will follow in order to implement, in order to do this thing daily in my life. So I say like I will do meditations daily. And what happens next? I wake up and in the morning I do meditation. Then on the next day I do my tasks in the morning. But then it turned out that I forgot about meditating. Then I meditated at another time of the day. And then on the next day I completely forget about this habit that I want to implement and simply stop doing it for 1 week. Then I begin to do it on the Monday, and then I fall off again. What is the common mistake for the young men? That they don't have the clarity. They don't know things about the habits that they want to implement. And this is why you need to always, when you are setting goals, when you want to implement some new things in your life, when you want to change something in your life, you 100% have to have a plan of things that you will do in order to achieve this goal or change something in your life. And the same thing with being consistent on your good habits, that you need to write down a plan of things, how you are going to implement this good habit in your life and do it daily. And you need to, and this is why I tell you that you need to have clarity. You need to know everything about these habits that you want to implement in your life. If you don't know nothing about these habits that you want to do daily, for example, at what time am I going to do this? At what place? After what thing? For how long? What tools am I going to use to do this good habit? I will not implement this good habit in my life and do it daily. And this is the common reasons that I am inconsistent with my good habits. That this good habit can take only 1 or 2 minutes to do throughout the day, and it is 0% chance that you cannot do this thing only because you don't have time. You have tremendous amount of time, and the only reasons that you cannot be consistent with your habits is that you don't have the details. You don't know the details of the habits that you want to implement. This is why you need to write down the plan. And the proper plan on implementing good habits in your life has to look like this. I want to, for example, implement doing meditations in my life daily. So I take a journal, I take a pen, and I begin to write down the plan. How am I going to implement this thing daily in my life? I ask myself a question. At what place am I going to meditate? I say I will meditate on my bed. Okay. At what time am I going to meditate? I will meditate as soon as I wake up. It means that I will wake up, I will turn off the alarm clock, I will set the timer, I will sit in my bed, and simply start meditating. The duration, I will meditate for 3 minutes, but then after 1 week, I will increase the time for 5 minutes, then on the next week, I will meditate for 8 minutes, then 10 minutes, then 12 minutes, 15, and etc. and etc. and etc. And what do we have here? We have a clear plan, clear vision of the habits that I want to implement in my life. And the most important thing here is that you need to know every detail about the habits that you want to implement in your life. If you don't know any detail about these habits that you want to implement, the chances for you to start doing this habit daily significantly drops. For example, if I want to meditate daily and I don't know at what place am I gonna do, it automatically drops down the chance for me that I will do this thing consistently, because I simply don't know at what place am I gonna do this. Even if you don't know the time when you are going to do this, then it is simply like catastrophic, that you don't know anything about the habits that you want to implement, and it's like obvious that you will not implement and do this habit daily. Or for example, let's say that I want to begin stretching every day. And what do I need to do is that I need to plan how am I going to do this thing daily. I need to answer on every possible question that can appear on implementing this, on doing this habit. For example, at what place am I going to do stretching? I will stretch in the gym. At what time? I will stretch after my every workout. Okay, what tools am I going to use? I will use my mat in the gym. Okay, what exercises am I going to do? This is the most important thing, because if you don't know what things are you going to do in these good habits that you want to implement, then you will simply not implement this good habit in your life, and you will sit like, oh, I need to stretch, but what exercises do I need to do? And this is why you need to plan. This is why you need to write a plan on how you're going to implement this. What exercises are you going to do in this stretching routine? So this is very important to know every details of any habits that you want to implement in your life. By the way, if you found those pieces of advice valuable and helpful to your life, and you want to skyrocket your progress and achieve your goals faster, then you have to buy my paid program called Peak Performance Blueprint course, because here you will find your life mission, have the clear vision of goals that you want to achieve, learn how to work in the most productive way, cut all unnecessary things from your life, quit all your bad habits, and improve your overall life. The value of the whole course is more than $1,000, but I charge you only $199 plus lifetime access. And if you watched the whole course and you did not like it, then I will return you the 100% of your money. So everything that you need to do is to simply text me my Telegram and change your life. So the action step for this video, how to be consistent on good habits. The most important thing that you need to have is the plan. You need to have the plan of what things you need to do in order to do this thing daily. If you don't have the plan of anything, if you want to achieve goal, if you want to change something in your life, if you want to master certain skill, and if you don't have the plan, you will not achieve this goal. You may achieve this goal, but the progress will be 10x better if you have the plan, if you have the clear, structured, well-designed step-by-step plan on how to achieve this goal. You will on 1000% achieve this goal. And the most important thing, write every details about this habit: place, time, tools that you are going to use, with who maybe, at what place, after what thing. Know everything about these habits that you want to implement in your life and do daily. So this was everything that I wanted to tell you. Remember that I have my paid course that will skyrocket your results. Everything you need to do is to simply text me in my Telegram. So thank you for watching, God bless, and have a nice day.